Brennan's 11 began day 3 in a spot of bother, but that quickly evaporated thanks largely to Gavin Merrifield, who made his highest score in a test match at the WCG to see Brennan's 11 into a strong position at lunch. After lunch it was the Brendan Scott show, the skipper making his second half century for the match to put Rabi's 11 to the sword, setting them a record run chase for victory. The day got even better for Scott and his men towards the end of play. Rabi's 11 capitulating at the back end of the day, losing 5 second innings wickets in the space of 8 overs, which sees them on the brink of a massive first test defeat as Brennan's 11 move in for the kill as we enter day 4. Welcome to the WCG for day 4 of the first statewide traffic management test match between Brennan's 11 and Rabi's 11. It's the first ever test match at the WCG to enter a 4th day, and as we enter that 4th day, Rabi's 11 are in a desperate position. Rabi's 11 will begin day 4 at 5 for 21, still requiring a massive 144 runs for victory. Brennan's 11 in sight of a massive first test win. So it's the skipper Rob Elbasher who will stride out first thing this morning. He'll be looking to stop the rot with his side at 5 for 21. If ever he needed to produce a captain's knock, it is right now. And it won't be an easy start to the morning's play, as he'll be facing a fired up Matt White first thing this morning, as Brennan's 11 will be looking to wrap this up quickly. So it's Matt White to Rob Elbasher for the first ball of day 4. In now to short delivery, and it's let go outside the off stump. Matt White has bowled with absolute heat throughout the test match. You imagine that this is going to be another testing over for the Rabi's 11 skipper. So White will come in again to Elbasher. Over the wickets, another short delivery, and that is a nervous, I don't know what you'd call that, a swipe from Rob Elbasher. He's going to take it to Matt White, but that is an awful stroke. Keeps playing like this will be over quickly. Here's White will continue again to Elbasher. He's in now, this time he's well behind it. Plays that onto the fence on the onside. Although he does have an unorthodox technique, he does have a score in him, the Rabi's 11 skipper. We'll need to dig deep for his side and get them towards the lunch break without a wicket lost. As White bowls again to Elbasher, and he leaves this one outside the off stump. That's a lot better, more watchful there from Rabi Elbasher. Leonard and Schaefer still in the shed, so there is some batting remaining here for Rabi's 11. They're going to have to dig very, very deep here if they're to get anywhere near this total. As White will now come in again over the wicket to Elbasher. It's a full delivery, and it's a plainer miss there from Elbasher. This one very full for a change from White, and he's just beaten Rabi for pace. Daniel Hancock now to bowl the 11th over of the innings. In now to Elbasher, who lifted his head up quite late there, but he'll play that onto the fence and sneak through for the first run of the day. Hancock has got a propensity to run in before the batsman's ready, but Rabs was good enough to get that to the onside. Hancock to continue to Elbasher. In now to shorter delivery, and it's played off to close on, and that will go for the first boundary of the day. So Rabi Elbasher is away here for the 4th day's play. Cross-bat swipe, but he gets it away for 4. It's well put away there from Elbasher. He does have to be watchful, but he does also have to put the bad balls away. Daniel Hancock will continue around the wicket. Another shorter delivery is played into the fence, and that deceives White there at the square leg region. And that goes away for another boundary. Rabi Elbasher is away for the morning. He moves to 9. His side moved to 5 for 31. Positive start to the morning for the skipper. Hancock will come in for his last delivery. It's a shorter delivery, and it's a swipe across the line again. But this time Rob Elbasher is bowled, and Brennan's 11 move a step closer to a first test victory. It's been an aggressive start from Elbasher, but that's a terrible stroke. And they're 6 down. Rob Leonard, the penultimate batsman for Rabi's 11, comes to the crease. 6 for 31 his side. They're in a mountain of trouble, still requiring 134 runs for victory. That was the end of Daniel Hancock's over. Quite an entertaining over, runs and wickets. It'll be Josh Bowling who will come into bowl now to Rob Leonard. In now, it's a full delivery. Leonard plays that straight back down the pitch. And it's fielded by Hancock. Good start to the morning there from Bowling, right on the money first up. He's in again now to Leonard. Another full delivery, and it's a play and a miss there from Leonard. A nicely flighted delivery drew Leonard into the drive. That's a peach from Bowling. Nearly gets his man. Final delivery, what's been a brilliant over so far from Bowling. In now, it's a full toss and it's been hammered down the ground by Robert Leonard. He gets off the mark in fantastic fashion. That's a 6. Over pitch there from Bowling. He pays the price. 6 for 37, Rabi's 11. Gavin Merrifield will now bowl to Robert Leonard. In now, it's a full delivery and it's played towards Mark Pasterfield on the onside. And that's a lazy attempt first up in the morning for Mark Pasterfield. Poor attempt there from Pasterfield gives Leonard another boundary. Merrifield to continue over the wicket here to Leonard. In now, it's a full toss and and it should have been caught there by Bowling. It's gone straight through him and gone for 6. Well, that's a let off there for Leonard. That should have been swallowed. Leonard has raced along to 16 as Merrifield bowls again to him now, and he's just forward and defends on the onside for no run. More than capable with the bat is Leonard. Could this be his day? He's got a long way to go, but he started well so far. As Merrifield bowls again to him now, it's a shorter delivery, and he's well in behind it to end the over. 6 for 47, Rabi's 11. Still requiring 118 runs for victory. Runs 11 require 2 wickets. And they look odds on to take a 1-0 series lead. It looks like it's going to be Mark Pasterfield who will bowl now for Brennan's 11. And Rob Leonard might sense an opportunity for some runs. But that's also worked against his side so far in this match as well. As Pasterfield bowls now, and that's a wider delivery. And there's a bit of a query there towards the umpire. He's wanting a wide ball. He's not getting any response there from the umpire. To be fair, it did look quite wide, but the umpire says no, and that's all that matters. So Pasterfield will continue again now to Leonard. And now it's a floated delivery, and it's played down the ground there from Leonard again. Leonard has raced to 20. He has not given up the fight at all. Rabi's 11 past 50. Leonard 20, Rabi's 11 6 for 51 as Pasterfield continues to Leonard again. And that's a solid defensive stroke, and it's played on the offside to Alex Stepien. Good fighting knock this so far from Leonard. Whereas Pasterfield will continue again to him now. The shorter delivery, and he has a bit of a wild swipe at it. To be fair, it was there to hit for Leonard. He'll be disappointed he hasn't been able to put that one away. So Rabi's 11 have been positive this morning despite the mountain that they face. They probably realise that if they just tried to defend, they'd be picked off eventually. Attack is the best form of defence. Pasterfield bowls again to Leonard. And this time attack is not the best form of defence because he's put that right out of the ground. And Brennan's 11 are now 1 away from a first test victory. That's a wild strike and Robert Leonard's got to go. So Ryan Schaefer strides to the wicket, the last man in for his side. Made a classy knock of 30 in his first innings. But he's going to need a lot more than that if Rabi's 11 are going to get out of this hole. He's going to have to become the first man to make a century in his first test match. So a massive ask here for the debutant. It was the end of Mark Pasterfield's over, so Alex Stepien will now bowl to Schaefer for his first delivery. 7 for 51, Rabi's 11 still requiring 114 runs for victory. Brennan's 11 1 wicket away. Odds on here to take a 1-0 series lead. And that will mean they've been undefeated in their last 4 test matches. The longest streak at the WCG by far. So Stepien into Schaefer now. It's a short delivery there from Stepien. Schaefer lets that go through the keeper. You can hear the Brennan's 11's fans in full voice. They know they are on the verge of a first test win. A reminder that the team that has won the first test match has gone on to win the test series every time. So it looks like Rabi's 11 are going to have to create history, as that's a decent delivery from Alex Stepien. Schaefer lets that go outside the off stump, but this looked close to the off stump. Watchful there is Schaefer. Stepien to continue to Schaefer. And now it's a good length delivery, and Schaefer is well behind it. plays that on the offside to bowling. A pretty handy debut for Schaefer. He's bowled well and made that 30 in the first innings. He's going to have to supersede anything he's done so far if he's going to get his side back into the match. Stepien bowls a good delivery there to end the over. A maiden there from Stepien. After 15 overs, Rabi's 11 are 7 for 51. Looks like it's going to be Hamid El-Basha who'll bowl the 16th over of the innings. Can he be the man to end it here for Brennan's 11? He'll go over the wicket here to Ryan Schaefer. Steady's at the top of his mark. It does take a long time. Oh, and he's dropped it. Yeah, well done. So Hamid will take 2 now, in for his first delivery of the over. It's a full delivery. Oh, and it's a plain a miss there from Schaefer. It must have been perilously close to the stumps. Oh, he gets a bottom edge and it jumps over the stumps. El-Basha will continue now to Schaefer over the wicket. In now to full delivery and Schaefer plays that back down the pitch. That's fielded by Hamid. Schaefer won't throw away his wicket. Brennan's 11 are going to have to earn this last one. Here is Hamid El-Basha will continue again to Schaefer. In now to full delivery and it's played on the leg side. And that's gone for 6. We saw plenty of this in the first innings. Hamid El-Basha over pitches and he's dispatched. Rabi's 11 7 for 59 as Scott waits at the top of his mark. Has 4 for the innings, be looking for a 5th to wrap this one up. He comes into Schaefer now. It's a full delivery and it swings in and it wraps Schaefer on the pad. Schaefer is well across and forward and smothers the in-swing of Scott. 1 to get for Brennan's 11. Will it be Scott as he comes in again to Schaefer, and that beats Schaefer's bat, but he's got his pegs behind it. Again, he's well forward and across, smothers the swing. Scott in again now to Schaefer. In now, it's another full in-swinging delivery, and this time Schaefer is well behind it. And that ends a maiden over from Scott. Josh bowling to bowl the 19th over of the innings. It's a full delivery, it's over pitch there from bowling, and Schaefer says thank you very much as he drives that down the ground for 4. Schaefer moves to 12. He's 11 7 for 63. Bowling will continue to Schaefer over the wicket. In now, Schaefer charges him and hammers him over mid-off for 6. He's in an aggressive mood, Schaefer. He is not going to die wondering. Advances the bowling and he goes bang. The automatic keeper is disabled as Scott goes behind. And that's a good delivery from bowling, a bit shorter this time. And it pops up off the surface. Schaefer leaves it alone. So the last ball of what's been an entertaining over here from bowling. In now again to Schaefer. It's another full delivery and it's played where Scott has just come from. And that's another 6 from Schaefer. He races to 24. Rabi's 11 7 for 75. Hamid El-Basha to bowl the 20th over of the innings. It's a full delivery down the leg side and Schaefer lets that one go. Regardless of the outcome of this match, Rabi's 11 have unearthed a new talent here. Ryan Schaefer has made 54 runs for the match. And he's bowled well, he's a handy fieldsman too. As Hamid El-Basha bowls again to Schaefer, there's a massive appeal down the leg side and he's been given. The test match is over. The umpire reckons he's got a tickle down the leg side. He's not so happy with the decision. Oh, to be fair, there is a noise as it passes the bat. And Brennan's 11 go 1 up. Brennan's 11 have completed a crushing victory here in the opening test match. They have beaten Rabi's 11 by 88 runs, a record-winning margin here in a test match at the WCG. Separated by just 6 runs on the first innings, it was a second innings blitz from the Brennan's 11's batsmen, namely Matt White, Gavin Merrifield and Brendan Scott, which set Rabi's 11 a record target of 165 for victory, which they never once looked close to achieving. And Brennan's 11 now take a 1-0 series lead into the second test match. So as we look forward to that second test match, Rabi's 11 will have to make history in order to turn this around. No side has lost the first test match and gone on to win the series. Now they must win this second test match if they are to achieve it. They'll need a dramatic improvement if they're to succeed in round 2. We'll see you then.